on this two train, they really lost their mind. The temperature supposed to reach at like 0 degrees. So I heard, and they leaving the door open. I'm not supposed to leave the door open. Cold, and please, you know, close all the other doors and just leave one open. They leave everything open, and this is the outside. Surface area. It's snowing also. This is big field avenue. Number 2 train. Bronx. So cool. It's just crazy. For them mistreating homeless people. This MTA is trying to kill homeless. You know, so their CEO, Gino Leva, he said he's gonna try all kinds of tricks to permanently get rid of homeless. That's the number one problem. And they used to call the police to try to kill me. You know, they collaborated with the police. This is how I became homeless. 15 years ago, the police kicked me and my mother out of our basement apartment wrongfully. You know, even, searched me naked. So that was sexual harassment. So I sued them. The court case number is 13 CV 5052. And the Black American Eric Garner was helping me with the court papers, and they went and killed him around my birthday. You know, and I haven't been able to get any justice. Only his family got like $5.9 million. Hey, excuse me, conductor. Is it possible you close some of the doors?
They gotta close soon.
Yeah. Close. Yeah. When you're here, they close all the doors and just leave one door open. It's too cold. So Gino Leva, the CEO of the MTA, he said the biggest problem they have is this: the people that are homeless. He said it's going to get rid of us permanently. So they and the police collaborated to try to kill me after they killed Eric Garner. They said they lost the police department also said that the biggest problem they have is people suing them. So they've turned the black life into a joke. So as soon as I sued the NYPD, they killed Eric Garner, who was helping me with my court papers around my birthday. And then I came on the subway homeless, and they've been trying to kill me. And these guys, Gino Leva, and suspiciously admitted, to what they've been doing for the past 10 years to try to kill me. For being poor and homeless. Gino Leva, he did an interview with the New York Post, I think 2024 or 2025, around January, either one of those years. That he's going to continue to get rid of the homeless permanently from the subway, and he said he's going to play more tricks. So for the past 10 years, they always call the police on me. I have diarrhea, so anytime I'm using the bathroom, they'll call the police on me. So I rest in the bathroom, throw me out of the bathroom. For the past 10 years. Last year, they came and arrested me in the bathroom, said I stole something. And choked me. So part of their trickery is, you see, they left the window open, so there wouldn't be enough heat. So I have diarrhea. Here's my diarrhea pills. I'm also from Nigeria. But we don't have any community support.
This is Nereid Avenue.
I also don't have community support. But it's at the weather, It's my diarrhea pills. So I'm also from Nigeria. I don't have community support. I've been suffering for the past 10 years. The wind here, see.
233rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
So they've been engaging in all kinds of trickery. They killed my friend Eric Garner. My mother has also been killed. And it's been a mess. After they killed Eric Garner, my mother, was kicked out of the shelter she was in. She marched for Eric Garner. Thank you for closing the window. She marched for Eric Garner also. So she went to live with her daughters in Pennsylvania, and she said her daughters were trying to kill her also, so that they can inherit the loss of money. Her daughters born and fresh as born in Nigeria. One of the daughters, Flora, will put her in the backseat of the car and go and cause an accident. Hit somebody else's house.
This is an accessible station.
That Flora outside the husband was
Center on the platform.
He hit my mother with a dirty plunger. Blocked the toilets from flushing and hit my mother with a dirty plunger. Then he was trying to beat up my mother and the police came and threw my mother out of the house. So she went to live with the other daughter of Polanyi in Pennsylvania.
Stand clear of the
And she
closing
also
doors,
said she knew my mother that was trying to kill my mother. So my mother said that family was over with a narcotic gang. That was like, the narcotic gang was into killing people for money. And my mother said whenever it snows, that Polanyi would leave snow on the floor for days. She wouldn't, shovel the snow. And trying to get my mother to trip and fall on the snow so that she would die early. Like in the movie Home Alone, where the kid was trying to get rid of some nuisance chips, and he left things on the floor for them to trip on. It's because elderly people, especially someone with heart problem like my mother, any fall, like Joe Lieberman, it was from Connecticut, and it was a U.S. senator. He tripped and fell in the shower last year and he died, 2 years ago. Around 2024, 2025. So my mother was complaining that the daughter of Polanyi, also in Pennsylvania, would leave snow on the floor around the house she has in Pennsylvania. And somebody came to visit her and the person tripped on the snow and fell, and they had to take the person to the ambulance. And this Polanyi started poisoning my mother's food. This occurred around 2014, 2015. Poisoning my mother's food with like car antifreeze poison so that my mother would die early. So my mother fled from Pennsylvania to come to New York. She was admitted at Bellevue Hospital to treat her for the heart attack symptoms she was having. And while she was in New York, the daughters, came to ambush at the hospital. And my mother was in shock because she didn't tell them what hospital she was in. So they must have put a tracker in a bag and they came to the hospital and told the hospital to lock her up. That my mother is homeless and she needs to be locked up in the mental ward to get housing. Our own daughters,
This is a Manhattan
you know,
Bound 2
shut down,
train. The
said
next
to
stop is Gun Hill
know,
Road.
set my
clear of
mother
the
up
closing
because
doors.
Bloomberg introduced the policy that hospitals shouldn't be releasing homeless to the street and should be locking homeless up in the mental ward. So if you're homeless and you go to the hospital, they will try to make you look like you're crazy and lock you up. So in my mother's case, she wasn't crazy. She was from Nigeria, but our own daughters who had houses in Pennsylvania was trying to kill her. So when my mother came to New York, and my mother escaped Pennsylvania because they were trying to kill her daughter. They would drive her in a car and go hit somebody's house. My mother was elderly, trying to get her to have a heart attack and die. You know, the husband of her would try to punch my mother. He's in the U.S. military. And the other daughter, Balale, was feeding my mother car antifreeze poison, so that my mother would die early. My mother said she suspected that Balale was into life insurance policy scheme, where people kill people and put life insurance policy on them
This
to catch
is
the money.
Gun Hill Road.
You know, so my mother
This
left
is an
Pennsylvania,
accessible
was tired of
station.
all that
The elevator
assassination
is at the
attempt on
center
her
of the
life,
platform.
and she came back to New York to go to the hospital. And when she got to Bellevue Hospital, within like 2-3 days, the daughter showed up. So my mother was in shock. How did they get the name of the hospital? She didn't tell them. So the daughters must have put a
This is
tracker in her
Manhattan
bag
Bound 2
to
train.
locate wherever
The
she
next
is,
stop
which is illegal.
Burke
To
Avenue.
be stalking
Stand
somebody,
clear of the
especially in the
closing doors,
hospital.
please.
There's the HIPAA law, Health Information Portability Act, that says you can't interfere with someone's medical treatment without the person's consent. So the daughter showed up to the hospital in May 2015 and told the doctors to lock up my mother up in the mental ward. Even though my mother wasn't crazy, she passed the mental health test, but being that she's from Nigeria, she speaks fluent English. The hospital decided to join with the daughters who were born here and they speak American English, and decided to just frame my mother up and lock her up. So my mother's the type, she doesn't go down. You know, quiet. So they overpowered her and beat her to death. And when they showed me her picture, she died, her face was like, you know, they said that Bellevue, when they want to lock you up in the mental ward,
Avenue.
and you don't want to go, they have an injection. They will stab you with that injection, and so that injection will freeze you. Your heart will stop, you know, would almost paralyze your heart. So there was a black American that was in that hospital around that time also. He
This
said
is
he was
Manhattan
homeless,
Bound 2 train.
and
next
the
stop
hospital
is
tried
Allerton
to
Avenue.
call him crazy also
Stand clear of the
and locked
closing
him up
doors,
in the
please.
mental ward. He said they stabbed him with an injection also. He said his heart almost paralyzed. His heartbeat almost stopped. So that black American, you know, got like a check, like $30,000 after what they did to him. And he said he fled New York City. He's not living in South Carolina. Like a year before they did that to my mother. So this is how they killed my mother. Injected her with some psychiatric medication. I suspect that the name of the medication is ketamine. That ketamine also killed an American actor, Matthew Perry. Some people use it to get high. It's a psychiatric medication, but it always causes, the side effect is it causes a heart attack. So there was an American actor from the sitcom Friends. He died in his Los Angeles mansion
Allerton
after
Avenue.
using that same ketamine. He had a heart attack. You know, so I believe that's what they normally use in that Bellevue. If you're homeless and you go there for any reason, they'll try to lock you up in the mental ward. Or, you know, and if you don't agree, they will inject you with that ketamine. My mother already had a heart for it. This is how they killed my mother. So this city killed my friend Eric Garner,
This is
killed
a
my
Manhattan
mother.
Bound 2
I'm the
train.
only one left
next stop
after they
is
took my
Pelham
home. So they've been
Parkway.
trying to kill me
Stand
also.
clear of the closing
Like the
doors,
Home
please.
Alone movie, where the boy, they left him home alone and he was trying to kill the thieves. So they treat me like I'm the thief. You know, I'm also from Nigeria. I used to have an immigration issue. My mother brought me here when I was a child, and the immigration arrested me like I was a thief. Said, no, said my mother wasn't supposed to bring any children with her. You know, she had a green card, but under international law, you can't throw a child away. A country can't accept the parents, give them a visa, and tell them to throw their teenager away. So America doesn't allow children with the parent. So my mother was like, no, that's a lie. And they put me in immigration prison. As soon as I arrived from Nigeria as a teenager with my mother, the case lasted 8 years. I was in they put me in immigration prison. You know, I was later bailed out of prison. You know, but my mother spent all the money she had to try to get me to stay here. Yeah, so we were broke and we were staying in the basement apartment. And the NYPD came and kicked us out of the basement apartment. That's when Regana got involved. I was suing the NYPD to get my house back. And the police went and killed Regana. My mother's been killed and nobody helps me with nothing. And the NYPD and the MT have been trying to kill me. They call the police on me all the time. In 2019, they were harassing me so much. So I used to go use the bathroom at Quad Street.
Stand clear
Right,
of
the
the
number 2
closing
train
doors,
is
please.
the women's bathroom there, and the police would come and throw me out of the bathroom. You know, wouldn't let me finish. I have diarrhea. They were just trying to get me angry so they can kill me. Can you imagine when you're using the bathroom and somebody comes and bang on it, they say, get out now, and you have diarrhea? So they were doing everything possible. They said, wait, no. If the police can make you angry as a black person, they can kill you. All they need to do is to get you to snap. New York has a law that if the police feel you're threatening to them and you're crazy, they can kill you and get away with it. So all they gotta do, if they want to kill you, the police, is to try to find a way to get you angry and kill you. This is how they killed Ricardo. You know, they said they suspected he was selling cigarettes. He said he wasn't selling cigarettes. And normally if you're selling cigarettes, they're not supposed to arrest you. They're supposed to give you a ticket. And they said they wanted to go check you for mental illness. So that Ricardo said, no, they're violating his rights, not going with them. And they took him dead. You know, they said he was angry and they thought he was crazy. They killed my mother also. Said they thought she was crazy. You know, so in 2019 they were trying to kill me around that time. So I was going to use the bathroom at the 4th Street Women's Bathroom on the number 2 train station in Brooklyn. And the police would come and throw me out of the bathroom while I'm having diarrhea when I was finish using the bathroom. So I would go across the street and I would say, look, New York City needs to welcome us immigrants. I would say in Ohio, they allowed the Nigerian to become mayor in the town. In Ohio, I would say in Iowa, they're giving undocumented immigrant driver's license. I said, please tolerate immigrants in New York City.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
And I would go to Ricardo's office. He was the borough president. And he was also connected with the police. He used to work for the police department. You know, and this Ricardo wouldn't help me, even though he claims he's a civil rights leader, but I guess he doesn't like foreigners. You know, and soon I started going to another part of Brooklyn to use the bathroom and stuff, and the police still kept harassing me, using civilian thugs. So on July 20, 2019, I went to Prospect Park Q train station. I was using the bathroom there, and somebody put a smoke bomb in the bathroom. It was July, it was hot. You know, I just read in the paper that somebody died of heat exhaustion. So I always have, I always feel cold out from Nigeria. I have a little pocket. So even in the summer, I wear a jacket. You know, and so somebody died of the hot weather around that time. So it was July 2019. I went to use the bathroom at Prospect Park Station, and somebody put a smoke bomb, you know, in the bathroom. It was just, you know, it was smoke everywhere. Smoke everywhere. It was extremely hot. And I told the person, please, you know, stop with the smoke bomb in the bathroom. And the person was like, they can do whatever they like. So I recorded the whole bathroom was filled with smoke. It was hot, so hot, you know, and I recorded the person, so you can come to causing the smoke all over the bathroom. I said this is dangerous, and I recorded the person. I said I'm going to upload the video online later on. You know, I said you're going to be arrested when everybody sees the video. I said I think you're working for the police department because the police always attack when every bathroom I use.
The elevator.
So I got on the train, Q train, went to DCAB, took the R train to J Street. Then this Spanish MTA worker came at me. It was like, you're done today. We'll finish you up today. So I brought up my phone. I said, they attacked me with a smoke bomb in the bathroom at Prospect Park train station, Q line. I said, and I left. Now I'm on J Street on the R train in Brooklyn. And at the platform, an MTA worker threatened me that they're going to kill me today. You know, I said, but he has already left. I said, I don't know what's going on, but they're claiming they're going to kill me today. The MTA said they're going to kill me today. So I said, if anything happens to me today, please watch my video. I know the MTA is trying to kill me. So later that day, I went to Bay Ridge Avenue. So the NYPD has already killed every gunner that was helping me. My mother's also been killed. So I was the only one left for them to kill. So every day they make an attempt to kill me. So I went to Bay Ridge Avenue and 4th Avenue in July 23rd, 2019. That day is very significant because my mother said her daughters were trying to kill her and they finally killed her and stole all her property. So that daughter, Flora, has a son who was born on the 23rd, of December. So the police tried to kill me on 23rd of July. So that in case people start to protest, they were hoping that daughter would tell people to stop protesting and help make it look like it's a real accident that everybody should just move on. So they chose a day, as a gift to my mother's daughters. My mother was saying they're moving with a killer gang and they kill people for money. So the police chose the number 23rd,
Stand clear of
which
the
is the
closing
day
doors,
my mother's
please.
daughter's son was born. He was born on the 23rd of December. So the police had to kill me on the 23rd of July, 2019. So I always go to Bay Ridge Avenue and 4th Avenue to beg for money. And the police already set me up in that area. Somebody pull a sword on me, said, get out of here, we don't want you in our neighborhood. And they used to hire little kids to be spitting on me, to punch me in that area, and I'll call the police department, they wouldn't help me. They would tell me, nobody wants you in anywhere, just don't come to this neighborhood, otherwise you're going to get messed up. So I'll call 911, your police is threatening me, little kids are spitting on me, punching me, somebody pull a sword on me. I said I'm from Nigeria, I'm expressing this crime, and the NYPD will hang up the sword on me. I'm like, this is crazy. So on July 23rd, 2019, as I was begging for money, this guy came from behind me and slapped me. And the police car was recording, so I was screaming, yo, somebody just slapped me. I was screaming, and the police surrounded me and punched me and knocked me down. I said, you're crazy. You're fighting with people. I'm like, the guy just slapped me. Please check your camera. I said, no, we don't believe somebody slapped you. And they took me over to the psych ward. And I had my luggages with me. I put my green card in there, my security card. And they stole my luggage to police. I saved up thousands of dollars because I used to tell people my story that my mother is killed, my friend that we got is killed. So sometimes people give me $100 as I'm talking on the train like this. Obama was still president around that time. Before 2019, some people were very nice. As I'm talking, sometimes people give me $100, $20. So I saved it in my luggage. So the police had a lot of money. I was going to buy a house, and leave the street. And they sent somebody to slap me on Bay Ridge Avenue and 4th Avenue. And the police came and jumped me and took away the luggage with the money. I had thousands of dollars saved up. My green card was in that luggage. My ID card was in that luggage. They said the U.S. uses satellite cameras to watch immigrants if you have an immigration case. So I had an immigration case. So they were using their satellite camera to watch me, and they saw I had the bag full of money. I was going to buy a house. I had $100 bills, $20 bills, $50 bills. People were generous. I used to talk on the train like this, and people started giving me money. I used to put in my luggage. So the U.S. immigration, they were trying to, I was trying to sue them, so they got a step ahead of me because I was online telling lawyers I want to sue U.S. immigration. They arrested me at JFK when I was a child. When my mother bought me, I said my mother wasn't allowed to bring any child here, even though my mother had a green card. So my mother was like, "That's against international law. You can't tell a mother to throw away a child to come to America." So that case was going to end up in the court, and because during slavery they used to, kidnap little children
This is
and bring them to America to work as slaves. So my mother was like, "This is slavery again." Even this man Danny, his parents are from India, and his parents brought him here when he was a child. They had a student visa and they allowed his parents to bring him. But my mother had a green card. They said, a green card has a stipulation that she can't bring any child in. So my mother was like, "This is a violation of our right, and this is slavery." And it turned out the immigration was lying. So I was going to sue them. Regana was helping me with the papers, and they choked him dead around my birthday. So they said this is how the U.S. doesn't play fair. They don't want to pay for reparation. They don't want to pay for slavery, and they will kill a lot of people. Like Martin Luther King that was pushing for civil rights, they had him assassinated. Malcolm X assassinated. Henry Garner trying to help me assassinated. My mother assassinated. So I was the only one left they were going to assassinate. Every day they were trying to kill me. Every damn day. So they told the MTA, set this immigrant up so the police can come and kill them. So if I dare use the bathroom, the police will jump in the bathroom. Every day. And it continues up to now for 10 years when we do that to me. So earlier today they left all the doors in the train open. For 10 years, there's a lot. There was a person that died on the Iron Line. I normally use the Iron Line, but it turned off the heat in the house. That's why I came to the zoo. I normally would. And they found the person dead on the platform on the 25th Street, Brooklyn. So they're killing the homeless people. 17 people have dropped dead on the street. This guy died in the train station. No heat. So this is why I switched to the number 2 train. And they parked the train here at Wakefield, Bronx for like 30 minutes, leave the door open, even though there is the temperature is supposed to go to -0.
This is a Manhattan-bound 2 train.
And earlier there was a police officer banging on the door, saying, "Are you still alive? Are you still alive?"
Please.
I was frozen, So they're mocking and they're killing and mocking and killing. They said this is Regana where they killed him also. So the police was laughing at him. So that July 23rd, 2019, I was begging for money on Bay Ridge. They've had people pull the sword on me. Little children spit on me, punch me. And they sent a guy to slap me as I was begging for money, and then the police jumped me. Said I always like to fight people. I'm like, you're the one sending people to jump me. I go all around New York City begging for money. I don't go around looking to fight people. And they took that luggage away from me with the money and my green card. And they went and locked me up. And told the hospital not to release me and just kill me in the hospital. So that I wouldn't be able to get my luggage back. And the hospital said they're not going to release me. So I started calling. I called the Nigerian embassy. I called the Daily News, the newspaper, New York Times, and the Daily News kept calling me back. But they didn't show up to the hospital to get me released. I told them my friend had got us to kill, my brother to kill.
The elevator is at the right
And the Daily News wouldn't show up to the hospital. My mother used to work for the Daily News also as a volunteer. They did an immigration. They have an immigration program where they try to connect immigrants with lawyers to help them get their status. And my mother used to volunteer for them. So I told the Daily News my mother was an employee. She was killed in a psychiatric ward also, framed up as crazy. I said Bloomberg, a Jewish American mayor, was telling the hospitals in New York City to be framing homeless people as crazy. I said if they've already tried to kill a black American homeless, they said they picked them up around Penn Station, went and locked them up in the psych ward. Even though it wasn't prison, it was just homeless under that Bloomberg. I said they injected him with a drug called ketamine, it's a psychiatric drug, but the side effect is a positive type of heart attack. And the guy sued, but got like $30,000, and he said that traumatized him. He was originally from New York, he said he fled New York. He's now living in South Carolina. So around a year later, they did that to my mother also. She went to Bellevue Hospital. She treated heart disease. Our own daughters knew the games they play in New York City, that all you gotta do is to call a homeless person crazy, and the doctors will fuck up that homeless. So my mother's from Nigeria, and the friend that's crazy also, even her daughters, said they should lock her up. She's crazy.
This is
Yeah, that's why she's homeless.
Intervale
And that's not
Avenue.
true. She's homeless because the police kicked us out of our home until. So my mother's address was interested in stealing her property. My mother invested in gold in Africa. She had houses. So the drug felt they could kill her here in New York. All her properties is theirs. And the friend my mother's crazy, homeless.
This is a
I
Manhattan
locked her up
bound
inside
2 train.
ward,
The next
injected her
stop
with a
is
drug called
Prospect
ketamine.
Avenue.
And when they showed me a
Stand clear
picture
of
while
the
she was
closing
dead,
doors, please.
her face was like, ah! You know, she has this squished together in pain. You know, my mother used to work as a nursing assistant in the hospital. And she tells me when somebody dies, look at the expression on their face. That will tell you if the death is pleasant death or they died in trauma. Say, if somebody died peacefully, it should feel like they're sleeping, like you can wake them up. But if the person has a horror look, say they did something to that person. So when they showed me my mother's speech after she died, I was like, ah, squeezed together and I said you did something to her. Her face is squeezed in pain. I said I want an autopsy. They told me, you can't tell us what to do. The daughters already said they don't want the death investigated. They just want her buried.
This is
I said no, the daughters were also
Avenue.
poisoning her food. They told me no, you can't tell us what to do. Go tell the police to investigate. And the police went after me. So they buried my mother, didn't do any autopsy. So they're killing people here, freezing people dead. You know, so please donate to my cash app. They're going to kill all these homeless. The MTA, the white
This
leader,
is a
is
Manhattan
John
bound
Oliver.
2 train.
Said he has
The next
tricks.
stop is
Said the number one
Jackson
problem for these
Avenue.
homeless. And he
Stand
said,
clear of
you
the
know, said he's
closing
going to get
doors,
rid of
please.
them. He said, you know, and they arrested me again last year. I was using the bathroom. I said, again? And they came and dragged me out and said, you know, somebody said you stole something. I said, every day false accusation, false accusation. As I was talking, they knocked me down again. Started choking me, you know, and dragged me away. I recorded everything until they slammed my phone on the floor and took the phone away. But my phone kept recording. And as they were choking me, beating me, I was screaming at Chambers Street Station at near the turnstile. And my phone kept recording. For 1 hour, they were choking me, dragging me up and down. My phone kept recording. So when I came out of prison later, I put the video on my YouTube. So this is crazy. They're killing
This
the
is
poor people
Jackson
in New
Avenue.
York City. And this Mayor Mandani, I've been contacting him. They told him not to help me. All the lawyers in New York City, they wouldn't help me. They said we were sorry. We were too busy. Before my mother was killed 10 years ago, we used to go from one law office to another. You know, and when we get there, they will tell us, you know, they change their mind, they don't want to help us anymore. My mother said somebody blocked us.
This is a
Then I met with
Manhattan
Eric
bound
Garner.
2 train. The next stop is 3rd
Anytime
Avenue,
it's gonna help me.
149th Street.
Stand clear
And they
of the
said, that's
closing
strange that
doors,
no lawyer
please.
wants to help. They said, you have a good case. The police evicted you. And they went and choked him dead around my brother. Immediately I met him. He was helping me to sue the police. You know, so, you know, and in 2019, they used to attack me near Eric Adams' office as the borough president of Brooklyn in 2019. You know, so I used to tell the police, stop abusing immigrants. Say, we immigrants want to be welcome in New York. I said in Ohio, a Nigerian just became mayor in Ohio in 2019. I said in Iowa, they're giving undocumented immigrant driver's license. You know, I said, please stop abusing immigrants. Then the police locked me up in the mental ward soon after that. Then Eric Adams went and did a press conference and was like insulting me. Say, you go back to Ohio, you go back to Iowa. Say, you outsiders are not going to be welcome in New York. Say, New York is for us that will be here for generations. Say, so keep going back to Ohio, stay out of New York, you're not welcome here. After they locked me up, stole my green card, stole like hundreds of thousands of, you know, $100 bills for me, thousands of dollars for my house. So Eric Adams knew something about the police were going to arrest me and steal all my money. And Bloomberg promoted Eric Adams, gave him money to become mayor. And for the past 4 years, this Eric Adams knows he's in trouble. He could be charged with assisting the police to kidnap me, stealing my green card.
This is
So for the
3rd
past 4 years,
Avenue,
Eric Adams was mayor.
149th Street.
it was
This
time the police
is
to
an
keep locking up
accessible
homeless.
station. The
So if you find
elevator
them
is
sleeping
at
on the
the
train,
center of the
drag them
platform.
away. And to cover up, he told them to be locking up black Americans also, so it wouldn't look like they're only targeting Africans. But we tell them to go and beat up the Africans selling bags on Canal Street. They will slam them on the floor. And they'll call these Africans, you piece of shit, and slam them on the floor and drag them away. And also, when I go to use the bathroom around Canal Street, there's a park there called Pier 25. You know, they were accused me that I stole something from in the bathroom, and the police will try to lock me up. You know, so their number one thing is to be accusing me that I'm stealing cell phones in the bathroom. I'm like, that doesn't even make no sense. All my cell phone I buy at Target store. I usually buy prepaid phones like $20. And immediately I buy my cell phone, I will connect it to Google, because I like to go online, and Google has an internet browser, and I have a Google account, so to show I always buy my cell phone brand new, and I'll connect it to Google internet and sign up, sign in with my email. You know, but I have multiple phones on me. I have like almost 50 phones, because I always buy them cheap, $20, and I'm always homeless on the street, so my phone always gets water damaged, and to stop working, sometimes the screen will crack, because I'm always in the cold, my phone will fall on the floor, the screen will break, but I always save on my phone in my pocket. But I always record for the past 10 years the NYPD trying to kill me in the bathroom. So the NYPD hired people that they should be lying on me that they are stealing their phone in the bathroom. You know, so they wait till I'm alone. This is why they always say I'm stealing phones in the bathroom. But they don't just want to attack me in front of people, because people will be able to witness. So they always wait till I'm alone in the bathroom, and then they'll call the police officer and say I'm stealing phones in the bathroom. And the police will come and choke me in the bathroom. So they did it to me last month, November 14, 2025. You know,
Clear of the closing doors, please.
and the number 14, one of my mother's daughters, she was born on the 14th. So they attacked me November 14. She killed my mother Bolale. She called my mother crazy to kill her. And they attacked me November 14, 2025. And you know, as a present for my mother's daughters, so that in case people start protesting, the daughters can try to, you know, lie to people that they shouldn't worry, it's an accident, and therefore you should just forget about it. You know, and they choked me again on the 23rd of July, 2019. Another daughter my mother has, our son was born on the 23rd. And they choked me on the 23rd of July. Our son was born on December 23rd. That's Flora. Our son name is Ayinde Cheney. Then they choked me again on November 14, last year, 2025. My mother's daughter was born on the 14th, August 14th. So this is examples of showing, you know, they said criminals like to talk in code. You know, so they found out that I have family members that are into drugs, they work with narcotic gangs. So they are bribing this family member, by the police will target me on certain days so that they will do. You know, and I think that the family members will be bribing this police to kill me and share the money. You know, so that the police will get paid, they want to kill me on certain days. So it wouldn't look like, you know, it was an accidental killing. You know, and if my family member refuses to pay them, then the police can go snitch that, yeah, we killed this person on this day, that is significant, to show it wasn't an accidental killing, so to build leverage. So they always try to kill me on my mother's daughter's birthday, or their children's birthday, like the 23rd in 2019, on July 23rd, which is my mother's daughter's son was born, Ayinde Cheney, on December 23rd. You know, and they tried to kill me in the bathroom on the 14th of November. My mother has another daughter, Bolanda, that was trying to kill her also with part of the narcotic gang. She was born on August 14th. You know, so no kidding. No kidding. and I'm still out on the street. The Nigerian embassy would help
This
me,
is 135th Street.
you know.
Transfer is
So this one recording, they left the
right.
train door
This
open
is an
in
accessible
Westwood
station.
Avenue
The
for like
elevator
30
is
minutes.
at
It's against the
the
law.
center of the platform.
Any business in New York City, you can't leave any door open in the winter. You have to close the door immediately. And what they don't want to do is just leave one door open, but they left one door open
This is
for like 30 minutes,
bound
and the
to
weather's going to
train.
drop to -0.
The next stop is
So already a lot of homeless
155th
people are
Street.
dropping dead in the train
Stand clear of
station.
the closing
So once
doors,
someone
please.
just died in the past few days, froze to death on the number our train. They turn off all the heat. As soon as it's 12 midnight, they turn off the heat on the our train. You know. So now I can't even breathe. So, you know, and they have a gang. They always punch me. Sometimes I sleep on 14 and J Street, near the downtown Manhattan, near the Macy's. And as soon as I'm sleeping, these kids will come and start punching me around 11 p.m. And you know, they were chasing me, punching me, knocking me. Multiple kids throwing all my bags on the floor in front of the police camera. Under I got them. And I'll call the police. And I was calling the police as I'm running with my cell phone. And then the police will come and they'll say, you know, we don't see no kids. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? I said, so you're lying. I think you're crazy. We're going to lock you up in the mental ward. Just stop calling 911. We don't see no kids. Where are the kids chasing you? And they're trying to frame them as crazy. So if you call 911 again, there's some kids are punching you. We're going to lock you up. Stop calling 911. So they said a Spanish guy
The M60
in 2024, 25, also went and sat down in the same area. This time around, he went and sat in front of Tiger Store near the opposite Atlantic Terminal basketball stadium. And I said, as soon as he sat down at 8 p.m., these kids surrounded him, started punching him also. These kids will surround you as you sit down. You wouldn't know. They start operating all day long, but at night time, they rule. You know, and I said these kids have been punching me everywhere. Each time they punch me, one day, they punched me as soon as I came out of the Q train. I was on the train, and they were trying to hit me with a basketball in front of people. So I ran away from the train, went outside. You know, there was a whole lot of them. And as soon as they saw me, they were shouting, hey, I started punching, boom, boom. And they chased me to the 7-Eleven store near the Long Island University and came with a metal pipe, broke the glass door, and the glass was smashed everywhere. And I was calling 911, the police would arrest them. Then another day, I was talking on the phone near the basketball stadium. Multiple kids came and jumped me and chased me in front of moving cars. Cars were stopping at the right, and I ran into another store, and the store owner locked the door, and they came with a metal pipe, broke out the glass.
116.
You know, and the police came, wouldn't take a police report. So the store had to keep quiet. I recorded everything. Then another time in Harlem, as I was talking on the phone, the kids came, punched me, boom. I fell on the floor. I called 911. The police came and recorded. They didn't arrest them. So they said that if you want to kill somebody, use little kids. They will just divert the case to family court.
110.
So the U.S. Coast Immigration and the NYPD are collaborating. They've already killed a black American helping me, Arizona. And I'm thinking my mother's daughter has been working for the U.S. Customs. She was born in America. I'm a Nigerian. She lives in Pennsylvania. Sometimes when I'm on the train, she will show up on the train and look at me and leave. You know, so they say sometimes the U.S. Immigration will hire your family member. I think they're trying to deport me and just find an excuse. It's so easy to deport an immigrant. You know, so they've been using that to troll me. I'm like, who's giving out my information? So just go on the train, look at me and just leave. You know, and they're hiring little kids. And they've already killed a Puerto Rican guy. In 2024, where I normally see that, where kids normally jump me, he also sat there around 8 p.m. 2024. And his name is Michael Hernandez. And so as he sat down, the kids came and punched him, you know, and he started punching them back, and they stabbed him dead. His mother's been crying. If anybody has information, they should. He said the boy was taken, it's like a 21-year-old male, and he was taking an ambulance. He said his last word was he doesn't want to die, he's too young, he should save it, and he said he bled to death. So I contacted the Brooklyn DA's office. that please somebody's hiring little kids to kill people. And you know, I have all the video records and stuff. So I went to the Brooklyn DA's office because my daddy said any homeless they find on the street, they're going to lock them up in the mental ward. So that means you're crazy if you're homeless. I'm like, you know, they don't let me have shelter. So I went to the Brooklyn DA's office. I've been going there. I've been emailing them now for almost 2 years. So please help me. I have evidence of kids killing people in Brooklyn. My mother's been killed also. And Rihanna's been killed. I said, I have all the evidence. And they won't contact me back to Brooklyn DA's office. So I started going to their office. So I went there. Each time I go, they'll tell me there's nobody available to talk with me. I should come back another time. So they're busy to talk to me. So I went back for the past 1 year they've been playing games with me. So I went there on February 2nd, 2026. But my daddy said, you know, the homeless people are dying on the street. I said the police are arresting us and locking us up. So I went to the Brooklyn DA's office. Please put me in a special shelter for crime victims. So I'm a witness to multiple murders. And they told me there's nobody available to talk with me. Everybody's busy. To come back from my desk. I can't wait. So I was recording them. So one person said I would talk with you. You know, and as I was talking, she was like, what do you want? What do you want right now? We don't have time. Just tell me what you want. What do you want? What do you want? I said, okay, please put me in a shelter. She said, okay, all right. You're talking too much. All right, I'll call the cab. We'll take you to the shelter. Well, go back downstairs. Go back downstairs. Go wait for the cab. You walk 2 blocks. Go and stand in front of the restaurant called Panera on Adams Street. Say, go outside. Go outside. Out. Go stand there. We'll call the cab. The cab will meet you there. They were treating me like I stink or something. There was a Spanish lady and she was laughing. There was a Spanish woman with a baby. I think she may be a victim of domestic abuse. So they let us sit down to wait. We are going to put her in a shelter. But me, they told me, go outside. No, don't want you here. Go wait outside for a cab. You know, we're going to take you to a shelter also. So I went and waited outside for 1 hour. They told me the cab is coming in 9 minutes. No cab showed up. And I froze dead, almost dead. The weather got lower. I started sneezing and coughing. I almost died of pneumonia. So they're ganging up, killing the black people in New York. They feel that Rihanna killed my mother. And they're messing up all the investigation. And they told me they're going to kill me soon. I can't even breathe. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. And if you don't have Cash App, you'll find my name on Cash App. If you're watching my videos on the train with me, so I'm trying to go to court. All the lawyers in America refuse to help me. So I want to go to court to get the Brooklyn DA's office, all of them arrested for covering up the killing of black Americans and the Puerto Rican that I just got killed. So black male life matter, Puerto Rican male life matter. You know, they were treating a Spanish woman now. She had a little baby. I don't know. She's a victim of domestic violence. You know, she came with her baby. She didn't even speak English. They told her to wait in the office. They were going to help her. I mean, they told her, go outside, you know. We don't want you here, you know. And I told her to go and wait downstairs. And I waited. She walked 2 blocks away from the office. We'll call a cab to meet you there. Say 9 minutes. And I ran, you know, without my dog. And I waited in front of the restaurant. For 1 hour, no cab came. I realized I'd been played. I recorded the whole stuff. And I was like, you know, stop recording. I said, and I acted like I was turning off my phone. I recorded everything. And I asked her for her name, and she wouldn't tell me her name. Oh, she was like, she made up a name. I said, give me your business card. She doesn't give out her business card. You know, so she was aware she's committing a crime. She was acting very evasive. She didn't want to give her information. So when people are committing crime, they tend to want to cover up. So it wasn't a mistake. She's culpable. She finally told my name is Maria. I was like, okay, very good. You know, so this is crazy. They're killing the black and Spanish, the police and street gang. They said 90% of the blacks that get killed in New York City, the NYPD doesn't resolve it. Even throughout America, they say people like Notorious B.I.G. Tupac, they haven't found the killer. People know why they play their music, and people want to know who the people. They said there's another rapper named Grandmaster Jay. They said he was selling drugs, and one of his rivals was always trying to kill him, and they found him dead, and the police took us something like this. He's been almost 20 or 30 years now. My mother killed a Regana killed, a Puerto Rican guy, Michael Hernandez killed. And I have had the evidence for these cases, and they refuse to help me. So right now I can't even breathe, I'm having pneumonia. So please donate to my cash app, NYC Homeless, and to me in person. They're turning up the heat, and somebody died along the line. And like 2 days ago, I was walking on Atlantic Avenue train station, and I see somebody defecated all over the floor near the staircase, and people were stepping
This
into
is an accessible station. The elevator is at the
the
rear
power
platform.
movement. A lot of people don't see nothing. So I stood by the staircase. I was telling people, don't step on there, that's doo-doo. Nobody paid me mind. Everybody was stepping into it.
This
They were treating me like I'm the crazy person, and New York City said
Times Square,
they treated
42nd Street.
homeless was crazy. I said, don't step on us, don't step on us, doo-doo. Everybody was stepping into it. Only a few people were like, oh shit. So I was screaming, recording everything. They are locking up the bathrooms early. Before they used to leave the bathroom open 24/7. So when they saw I'm homeless for the past 10 years, I've been trying to sue NYPD. And MTA workers said NYPD told them to be messing with me and locking up all the bathrooms so I won't be able to use the bathroom. It caused me to shit my pants. I have diarrhea. So that's why even for 4 years ago they locked the bathroom up for 4 years. They said no more bathrooms in Subway. They're trying to get rid of homeless. So I will come on the train, tell them that this is not right. People are defecating on the train, on the seat and everything, because people can't find bathroom. So people started calling 311 and they reopened the bathroom. Now they say no more 24-hour bathroom. They'll be locking up the bathroom at 7 p.m. So this person shit all over the Atlantic Avenue train station on the floor near the staircase around 9 p.m. So I stood by to stop people from stepping on it. I stood there, I was screaming, don't step on this stuff, it's doo-doo, and people wouldn't mind me. I stepped on it, and someone was like, oh shit. They were screaming and stuff, it was smelly, and I stood there, I was raising my hand, and people ignored me. I recorded the whole stuff. So I was causing so much awareness, the MTA worker was supposed to come and clean it. And I saw the MTA worker cleaning it, so I left. So I always be on the out train. I took the out train. Then I noticed a lot of the MTA workers started coming around me because I threatened I'm going to contact the Inspector General of the MTA. They said they want to investigate the MTA denying people access to the bathroom. But I was raising awareness and they want to bring criminal charges. So I said I'm going to contact the Inspector General of the MTA to file criminal charges, of them locking up the bathroom. So I noticed soon after that I was on the out train, a lot of the MTA workers started coming around me and they were staring at me to see if I fell asleep already. One of them was laughing and was like, you see what's going to happen to you. So I was like, so I told myself I'm going to stay awake one night just to see what they're going to do. But I don't know how I fell asleep. And I noticed while I was sleeping, they came and stole my blanket. I had a very warm blanket. I used to cover up, because some days ago I was freezing while outside. So I always use that blanket to cover up. So they've stolen that blanket, and I think they want me to die of pneumonia. And a lot of times they'll try to put to throw me out. So, the out train has a camera, a spy camera, because a Mexican guy died and somebody robbed him while he was on the floor. So they showed on the news. They showed somebody, a woman going to checking his all his pocket while he was laying on the out train floor and stealing his money. So the out train has a camera. So you see the MTA workers coming around me, staring at me, to see if I fell asleep already. And by 2 a.m., 3 a.m., I fell asleep, and I woke up, my blanket was gone. So right now I'm at risk of freezing to death. If you charge these people with attempted murder, 17 people are frozen dead, and they're turning up the heat. So please donate to my cash app, NYC Homeless. They're killing the black lives as animals. the Brooklyn prosecutor's office, they're joining in to not investigate. They say a lot of the murders of blacks, they won't find the killer. 90% of the blacks dead in New York City, case unresolved. And with the attitude for the Brooklyn prosecutor's office, now I see why.
The next stop
So this is crazy. Please donate to my Cash App,
Stand
NYC
clear of the
Homeless.
closing doors,
And if you
please.
don't have Cash App, if you're on the train with me right now, please, you can find my name on my Cash App, my Nigerian name. Google search my government name and send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, or on YouTube telling me where to meet you so you can give me cash. So I'm looking for charity donation or student loan. And the rate should be the rate banks charge people in New York City for student loan. You know, so please, you can tell me what if you're giving me as a gift or a student loan. You know, I finished high school in Nigeria at 15. Now I'm 45 due to my immigration problems I've had in the past. And my housing, for the past 30 years now, I've been trying to go to college. I can't graduate. So I'm stuck up, I'm held up. You know, I used to be so brilliant. My mother used to take me to different places. And people would say, oh, this kid is so brilliant. My teachers used to tell my mother, wow, you've never seen
Long Island
a
Railroad,
kid that's such a genius.
Transit, and
And for the past 30 years, due to the immigration problem I used to have, and the housing problem I have now, I've not been able to graduate college in the past 30 years. You know, so they are destroying lives, destinies. With this racism,
The next stop is
immigration policy
stand
of
clear of the
arresting even
closing
little
doors,
children when
please.
their mother has a green card. So the Congress has to do something. Now the police are killing are helping to make sure, you know, gang criminals can kill blacks and immigrants and Spanish, and the case get unresolved. So this is a nightmare, and the law forbids this. So please donate to my Cash App, NYC Homeless. Everybody got to get involved. You're not safe. They bring those little kids on the train also. During the COVID, as soon as it's 1 a.m., they'll be coming to punch us homeless people. I've recorded everything. They said the MTA said they're tired of homeless people on the subway during COVID. Between 2020 and 2024, so they hired little kids. As soon as we're sleeping, they'll start punching us, robbing us. They said we homeless have COVID. And a lot of their train workers was dying. I have all the videos. The things I've been through. And those kids now graduated to starving people dead. They just killed a Puerto Rican guy called Michael Hernandez. The MTA hired those kids. During COVID, I recorded everything. As soon as it's late at night, those kids will come on the train and start punching the homeless, robbing us and everything. And those kids have now graduated to starving. A Michael Hernandez dead. Near the train station. You know, the Brooklyn DA, they are covering up, mocking me, so the case I wouldn't continue as a witness. I said they're lying. God don't like ugly. So Brooklyn DA's office, I know you work with the killer police, and they've been trying to kill me. This man Daniel also gave me the go-ahead. Say a lot of homeless are crazy, that's why they're on the street. I'm not on the street because I'm crazy. All my ID card has been stolen. My green card has been stolen. The police arrested me and stole my stuff. I don't have any ID, but I have a photocopy of my green card with me. So this is what I use as my ID. So that's why I can't go back to work today. Or they need a proof of the immigration document.
Stand clear of the
You know, so
closing
please
doors,
donate to my
please.
Cash App so I can replace all my ID stolen. You know, since they stole my ID, the police arrested me like 9 years ago or 7 years. I've not had my original documents, only a photocopy. So I carry my photocopies with me, but it's not good enough. So please, this is crazy. This MTA was hiring little kids. And those kids have ended up beating up, killing Michael Hernandez, and they are covering up the murder. I think they arrested the kid, but they're trying to make it look like it was just a accidental killing. No, those kids were hired. They were sponsored, they were bribing them with drugs. And those kids were beating me up all over the place, from Harlem to Brooklyn. And the MTA hired them. At the same time, the MTA will call the police on me to get away with murder. They say if a little kid kills you, they'll take them to family court, and they will get away with it. They'll give them a slap on the wrist. So they say this is what gangs and criminals use little kids. And they're giving these kids drugs. They're very violent. The way they act aggressive, punch you, they're feeding these things, they're grooming them, feeding them drugs. It's a disaster. They're going to ruin these kids' lives. But these kids are going to grow up and realize what they made them do, and they're going to be messed up for life. No more recruiting children as soldiers in a racial war. So my life is not safe. This city is not safe. America is not safe because of all this criminal policing, criminal transportations like this. Even an MTA worker, Tremaine Thompson, is Black American, is the vice president. He said he's also been reporting that they're going to be killing some of the customers soon. And I contacted him, so please help me, sir. And he's been posting message that he has to get paid. So I don't know, my mother is dead. I'm trying to get money from her being killed. So I just don't know how I could bribe it. I'm not looking to bribe anybody either, I believe, So nobody's helping me really. So please help me if you can. If you want to borrow me money, please let me know. I'll pay you back, And if you want to give me a gift of money, please let me know. My cash app is NYC. Yeah, my cash app is NYC Homeless. If you don't have cash app, you can find my real name. Google search my real name, and you can find my Instagram page online, my YouTube page online, and my Facebook page online. These are ways you can get in touch with me. Also, there are hackers that delete my messages. So in case you reach out to me, I don't get back to you soon enough, please continue trying to contact me, because my stuff gets deleted also. It's a mess. Hackers, I'm going against multiple government agencies, immigration, NYPD, the transportation department in New York City.
This is an
I've been experiencing all kinds of weird
The
stuff.
elevator is at the center
My
of the
email's
platform.
getting deleted. If I record a video before I post it online, somebody will come into my phone, delete the video. So please, if you're going to help me, they may target you also. So please be very careful, noting everything down, documenting everything. But please, they said tyranny loves when people are afraid.
Stand clear of the
Desperate,
closing doors,
people
please.
that tyrannical, people that like to bully. They love people being quiet. And the Bible said, be courageous, be bold. So please, I'm an immigrant. And my mother has been killed, a Black American female has been killed. And we can't allow this to continue. I have the evidences, please help me. With money, I'm not safe on the train. They don't let me, it's hard for me to take care of my personal hygiene. So I want to rent a hotel room. I have a photocopy of my green card. My green card has been stolen when the police officer. So I use that as my ID. Some hotels would allow me. So I want to rent a hotel room. It costs like $100 a night. I'll rent an apartment. And if you know any cheap apartments, please contact me through Facebook or Instagram or YouTube to let me know. If you know any immigration lawyers that can help me, so please help me do the research also. United we stand, divided the world falls. And here's my disclaimer. I've also been raped. A guy, I was looking for a bathroom and I was telling people on the train like this. In 2020, they locked up on the bathroom. So they want all the homeless
The
to
next stop is Fulton
So a guy
Street.
took me home and
Stand
raped me.
clear of the closing
I went
doors,
into the
please.
bathroom, but he said, he wanted sex and he raped me and beat me up and punched me. And the police came over there after 911 and they didn't arrest him. It's me to do it. You know, so I'm not looking for any prostitution services. I'm not a prostitute. So I always put a disclaimer, you know, that I solemnly swear under United States federal laws and U.S. Constitution and other relevant laws that I'm seeking non-conditional charitable donation to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, and or student loan to my Cash App, NYC Homeless, and or the donations or loan to me in person. I do beg for money on the street, and and such student loans should have interest rate similar to the interest rate commercial banks in New York City charge students for student loan, or the U.S. government charges for student loan. Nothing higher than the official rate for student loans in America and New York City. And I'm not looking for prostitution or to engage in prostitution, and I'm not looking for surrogacy, and I'm not looking for marriage in anyone, and I'm not looking for membership in any gang or cult, whether religious, social, or sexual cult or gang. And I'm not looking for violence, and I'm not looking for any master-slave relationship, and I'm not looking for a friendship either, whether secret or open. Please, I'm at the very bottom position. I'm just looking for assistance, charitable assistance or loans. So please bear with me. And also, in case I die or I'm killed, none of my family members or anybody that claims they're my friend, none of them should inherit my property or administer my estate. My estate should be administered by civil rights activists like me that haven't denied me up in the past, and I should get justice for me and my late mother, and donate the rest of my estate money in charitable financial donation to those suffering xenophobia and those being deported by Trump. And nobody should be allowed to make a movie about me also unless I'm allowed to participate in that movie. So I've been hearing all kinds of threats that they're going to kill me and do a movie about it. It will make money. So nobody should make a movie about me for any reason unless I'm alive and I agree to partake in that movie. I'm very guarded about my image. I really don't like talking about my life. Even when the immigration arrested me, my mother brought me as a child. And I told her, they asked me, if I have any witnesses, because my father was also abusive to me in Nigeria. So that's why my mother brought me. She didn't want me to stay with him because he was abusive. And I said, do I have any witnesses that knows about my father abusing me? I tell other people. I was like, no, I'm very introverted. I don't like telling people about my life, unless my life is on a threat like this. So you can get that interview I did with immigration as a child around July 2000 and 2001. My immigration file number is 7795468. So nobody should make a movie about me for any reason at all, unless I'm alive and I'm partaking in that movie. They said they want to kill me, like Diallo, that the police said they thought he had a gun and shoot him with 40 bullets, and he couldn't get justice. So the police also attacked him in the bathroom. So I'm thinking my mother's daughter, the narcotic gang they're part of, is telling the police to try to shoot me with 40 bullets and make it a scene, and my mother's daughters will cover it up and make it look like I'm just a crazy person, I'm violent. I don't get along with my mother's daughters, so they want to use that to have the police kill me and make a movie about it. And make it look like all the homeless people are crazy, and this is why we're homeless. And the city of New York is sponsoring that. And they believe killing a homeless person like that and having a family member testify that the police did what is right, these homeless people are crazy, that they need mental help. Don't leave them on the street to suffer. So this city is sponsoring killing of poor blacks. This is a genocide. This is an attempt at genocide. And this Mandani was born in Africa. He's an Indian. I've been telling him about it. Doesn't have. He said he wants to have the Arabs being killed by the Israel soldiers. I'm like, you're the mayor of New York City. How about help the homeless people the NYPD wants to kill and claim they are crazy. They killed Eric Garner, said it's crazy. He's not crazy, I know him. They killed my mother, said she's crazy. She's not crazy. And they try to kill me, say I'm crazy. I'm not crazy. New York City, stop trying to kill these homeless. Said they're crazy. That's why they're on the street. They're on the street because they can't afford $2,000 rent. So the international community investigate this, treating blacks like they're nobodies. So Martin Luther King killed was speaking of civil rights. His family said the FBI allegedly hired his killer, but they could only get $100, but they didn't file the lawsuit in time. And they won the case, but it was filed late in North Carolina, and if you file it, you can only get $100. Malcolm X killed, his family is now sued.
Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue,
You know,
down 2
he was killed in New York, I
The
believe.
next stop is
You know, so it's crazy, this police and FBI, not the
Stand clear of the
immigration,
closing doors, please.
are all combining forces, and I've been getting robbed, my green card stolen, all my documents stolen, my blanket stolen. I said that they will kill you, say you're crazy, you always you know, and my mother's daughters, the killer gang, would help them, you know, discourage people from even marching. Make you look like I'm just a crazy person, and a lot of homeless are crazy. So this is evil. Stop killing the poor black people. Stop killing the poor people and find them crazy. This is medical violence. Hitler used to do that. He locked people up. People that have disabled people, kill them. They are great human race.
This
He
is
used to kill the handicapped people.
Transfer is available to the
And even if somebody's crazy, I'm not saying everybody.
This is
Homeless.
an accessible station. The
Mentally
elevator
okay.
is at the rear of the
You
platform.
know, help them with money and stop using their disability against them. Give people Section 8.
This
Thank
is
you.
a Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue.